In January 2013, Chicago was host to a flyweight title fight that would go down as the best in history.
What a battle! What a fight!
As expected, it wouldn't be the best without controversy.
Both men proven finishers. Neither wants to leave it in the judge's hands.
That first fight between me and Demetrious Johnson was all mine.
He has every right to that opinion. Whether I give a damn about that, I don't care.
The world's top 125-pounders will meet again. Demetrious Johnson looks to defend his belt for the 7th time, which would move him into first place among active fighters.
I'm telling you, that kid is the best.
Not if John Dodson has something to say about it.
I'm there for one reason, that's to knock out Demetrious Johnson.
A pair of former heavyweight champions will meet in the midst of a reawakening. Both Andrei Arlovski and Frank Mir seek to capture glory one last time.
I'm gonna train hard and fight hard and do everything possible to be a champion again.
But only one will take that next step. And Rumble returns to the octagon. He will face Brit Jimi Manuwa,
Kill it! Kill it!
who aims to make a name for himself by offing the #1 contender.
It's going to be a great stand-up war. Mate, I'm not backing down. I'm not giving him no space.
So ridiculously strong, almost incomparable.
Both men are aggressive strikers, and both will be looking to turn out the lights.
I want to let him know that, hey, fighting at this level is not a joke, it's not a game.
Get ready for UFC 191 Countdown.
Welcome to the weigh-in. Introducing the challenger. 124.5.
My last fight against Kyojo Horiguchi, he's a very tough opponent, has a very different style that I've never faced before.
Fight.
For me, it's not about the scorecards, it's about the battle of wills. Who's going to push to the very last second? Who wants this more?
You need to get on that horse, get that pressure on him.
Okay.
Whenever you're waiting, he's throwing that kick.
Okay.
Cross the distance, you need to stay on him after that. I want you close to him now, from now on.
Just the way that Demetrious, like, take, like, you can tell how much he truly respects his longtime trainer, friend, mentor, Matt Hughes. And it's another round won by the champion.
Things we've been working on, do it this round. Okay? I want him not knowing what whirlwind's coming at him. You got this. This is the last round. Big breath. Just keep the pressure on him, keep tight to him. The goal of any fight is to finish the fight. It doesn't matter if it happens in 10 seconds or with 1 second left in a 5-round fight.
Oh, this is it. This is the spot that he wanted to get to.
There was no concept of, there's 10 seconds left. I just stepped out, I heard my coach.
Hit the armbar! Hit the armbar!
I was like, all right, I'm gonna hit it, see what happens.
Final seconds of this fight. He's spinning for the arm. Can he get it? He's hit it! It's all over! Unbelievable!
DJ heard us, he hit that armbar and finished with 1 second left, and that's in the record books forever.
4:59. Oh my! And he finishes when he doesn't even have to. It was a fight where he won every single round. That's the best fighter on the planet Earth right there.
The last-second finish paints the perfect picture of DJ's dominance in the division.
Gentlemen, come over here, please.
Challengers feel his grueling pace. And the flyweight king gets better as the minutes go by.
Whether I'm up on the cards or if I'm down on the cards, my style is to get in your face and make it a fight.
And that's a championship move. To go for the submission while he was clearly ahead with a little over a minute to go, finishes the fight.
And though Johnson's success is undeniable, his character has not changed, nor have the people around him.
From day one, DJ came into the gym. He was very humble. He didn't come in to be a fighter. He just came in to get a workout. One thing led to another. I eventually told him, now's the time to quit your job, and you're going to be a champion, and that's played out.
This is what keeps him humble. My relationship with Matt, it's a great relationship. You have a man who has so much passion for the sport. He can push it onto a student who wants to learn and work hard and succeed. I I've had 6 successful title defenses underneath Matt Hume. We're not going to get away from what makes us successful, which is making sure I'm the best Demetrious Johnson on that night when we fight.
Though they have their differences, Demetrious Johnson and John Dodson have actually followed quite similar paths. 14 years ago, Dodson connected with coach Greg Jackson, who, just like Matt Hume, is one of the pioneers of the sport.
All right, guys, hold on to the back of these arms, elevate the hips, keeping the legs scissored, and cut, and then take control as you normally would.
And a mastermind in everything martial arts.
I've been with Greg since I was 16 years old. Me and him have been a part of this fight game.
So remember, both of our knees squeeze together so that they're touching. That creates a shield. I elevate my butt again, and I put my knees up in here. That way, if Joby goes to punch me, I have a shield in the way. This isn't last forever, but it'll last for right now.
Without Greg Jackson, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Once we can get a little bit of space, we move down. One leg goes in between. 90-degree cut that direction. You're just making him fall, and then when he falls down, I get up. Everybody got it? Yeah, we'll see. Over and over and over. Program that brain.
John's been working really, really hard to get back to the top, and you know, this represents his chance to be the best in the world. There's a lot of hard work to get here, and it's going to be a lot of hard work to win, but I think it'll be worth it.
This hustling's hard, but I'm used to it. I'm numb, I don't feel no pain. We push until the sun comes up, baby. We get it in the pouring rain.
UFC 191's main event will display elite mixed martial arts in its purest form. Johnson and Dodson are two of the best fighters in the division.
That's right. One more.
Both come from world-renowned camps and have studied for years under two of the most innovative coaches in MMA. They are considered two of the best athletes in the entire sport.
Look me in the eyes, I am not afraid. I'm just living the dream, the shoes are really suede. And I'm already made, and I'm already paid. I ain't even broke a sweat, I can do this all day.
And their first fight was a compilation of ebbs and flows. All of those great edge-of-your-seat type moments that make a historic matchup.
John Dodson looks very loose and relaxed heading into the biggest fight of his young life.
You know, I just came off winning the belt against Joseph Benavidez.
He was the first flyweight champion. I was his first title offense. So I was excited. I figured I was already the best. I was expecting Demetrious Johnson to come out a lot stronger than what he did in the first few rounds.
They both have the speed. Dodson has more power. Mighty Mouse has a bit more technique and footwork.
First round, dropped him.
Oh, he clipped him already. And there's the big power of John Dodson.
Same thing with the second round.
I get dropped, no thing. Get back up. Is that all you got?
Oh, that big punch again. He's hurt.
He flew across the cage.
He is hurt in this round, Joe. His mouth is open, he's breathing in it, and he got clipped again.
Okay, Deej, listen.
Yeah.
When you're getting hit, it's because you're trading with him and then standing up in front of him. You got to be in here. You got to move, you got to head down and move in. Okay? You will be able to take him down.
More desperate this round, Johnny. Keep your breathing under control. Keep picking him apart. He's gonna come out a little more desperate. He's gonna try to take over.
Two of the greatest minds in the sport with Greg Jackson and Matt Hume in the corners.
Demetrious Johnson wasn't as good as I thought he was going to be. Even though the third round, he took me down and didn't really do much. I stood back up and I was beating him up on the feet.
You know, I had a couple stumbles there, but at the end, you know, I was able to get my hands on him.
I'll tell you one thing we're learning about Johnson is his ability to take a punch. He is fine, and he's moving at the exact same pace.
5 minutes remain in this fight.
Once he turned the fight around, he was able to impose his will, get in the clinch, and it went all downhill for Dodson from there.
And again, to the head. That one hurt him. That one hurt him.
Nearly 170 significant strikes landed by the champion.
It's a big championship performance in this fifth round.
It is.
I felt that did enough for the judges.
Some people felt John won it. Some people felt Demetrious won it. It was a very close fight.
Of course, I think I won that first fight. That first fight between me and Demetrious Johnson was all mine. I won those first 3 rounds, hands down. Even the fans keep on calling me like, why aren't you the champion already? I was like, I was.
He has every right to that opinion. Whether I give a damn about that, I don't care. I mean, a lot of people in the world believe that the fight was not even that close between us.
Every single time I watch that fight, I see Demetrious Johnson walking away with something that already belongs to me. I should have just knocked him out the first time.
At UFC 191, Demetrious Johnson and John Dodson will meet in a rematch of their January 2013 bout. Many of their vital statistics are exactly the same, including height, weight, and reach. Dodson has some of the best power in the division, as he showed Johnson in their first fight.
Oh, big punch! And that one really hurt him, Mike.
He leads all flyweights with 1.3 knockdowns per 15 minutes. And he has 3 wins via KO or TKO, including 1 against current UFC bantamweight champ TJ Dillashaw.
It is all over! It is all over! Wow!
Demetrious Johnson, however, is all about pressure. In his first fight against Dodson, he landed 127 significant strikes. He is the only fighter in history with more than 10 takedowns on 3 separate occasions. And 4 of his last 6 fights earned the champion performance bonuses. And this fight will demonstrate some of the best mixed martial arts has to offer.
Before me and him fought, I was one of his fans, and I always wanted to fight him because I knew one day I would fight him, and I believed I would beat him.
Black folks fighting black folks for gold. Here we go.
You ready? Judo! And here we go.
See, I'm always going forward, always pushing forward, trying to get to him.
DJ wants to push forward. When I push forward, I let him, and then I push right back.
Oh, he clipped him. The sport. He clipped him already.
First knockdown was almost like kind of, you know, I was off balance and he hit me, but once I fell down, I'm going right after him again, just pushing forward.
Only thing ran through my mind was, I'll get another shot. The first round, I believe I won. The most devastating shot was one that dropped him to his knees.
Keep doing what we practiced, it'll work. And then pick that leg up like you did. And hit him.
And hit him.
Round 2. I had already got his time in, starting to find my rhythm of picking those shots now. Oh.
Fell down. But I get up, recollect myself.
That must have hurt, because he's already backing up, and now he's not trying to get touched.
Oh! Big punch again. He's hurt. He is hurt in this round, Joe.
This is all panic. If he doesn't know that he's in a panic mode right now, and he's watching this fight, and he sat there and said, that didn't hurt him, those are desperation shots.
Yes, I get dropped, and Dodson did a good job catching me overextending, trying to get to him, but I'm always pushing forward, and that's what's leaving me open. If I was to stay back and just do this, move around, and avoid everything, me being dropped would never happen. Round 2, it was a good round. Dodson dropped me a couple times, got right back on the horse, and rode into battle.
I had to think about it being a 5-round fight because I knew Demetrious Johnson's so good and his cardio excels, but I was sitting there trying to throw as many punches at him while he's trying to waste all this energy shooting.
I would say first round was me, I give second round to him, and then third round, it's like I said, man, the biggest thing I see in this fight is me trying to get to him. Round 4, takedown and pass guard immediately and side control, looking to start my submission game. I'm looking to finish this fight, now he's getting up.
I am tired. You see all this? This is where I'm trying to catch my breath, and I'm allowing him to go ahead and hit me with these little puppy shots that he's throwing.
Now I'm back on the head. I'll keep kneeing in the head as long as you'll hit me. But see, I'm still knee in the head. This is Muay Thai right here. Look at that. Boom.
Beat him up the first 3 rounds, and he decided to come back. Well, congratulations, DJ. you finally got one.
All right, round 5.
Fifth and final round.
Nice leg kick there by DJ. And here's that clinch again.
Now I'm on him, all over him.
Nearly 170 significant strikes landed by the champion.
This right here, that's a fighter who doesn't want to fight anymore to me. Who turns his head.
Oh, man. Oh, these are nasty.
Trying to get him.
Oh, to the body.
This isn't coasting, ladies and gentlemen. This is fighting. This is me trying to break your will. Right there. Still fresh, still can go more. Ready to go again.
And since their closely contested first fight, the rematch has been on the minds of fans and media alike, to the point where the typically even-keeled champion will get agitated when asked about Dodson.
I know it's kind of always hard to ask you this question tonight because you just won, but it seems like John Dodson is going to be the guy.
When they ask me the question of whether it's Dodson or Joseph Benavidez, I think it can kind of get a little irritating because I've already fought these guys.
You've gone out of your way to kind of mention some other names, some other options other than John Dodson.
Dodson isn't the only person in this division.
Have you changed your opinion on that, or is that a fight that interests you at this point?
The champion doesn't seek challenges, challenges find me. This isn't my rematch. He's getting the rematch. I won already.
And for Dodson, he sees the champion's indifference as a sign of weakness.
The only person that came close to beating him was me, and then he's scared to fight me until now. What kind of man is this? Like, you call this to a champion? Really?
This has always been the goal, to get right back into this position. We had to go climb the ladder again through some very tough opponents, some other tough contenders.
John Dodson!
Oh, he caught him again. Oh, my! And it's all over! John Dodson by knockout!
He's the one guy in this division capable of knocking people out with one shot. Oh, nice left hand over the top by Dodson.
Do you feel like it's done at this point that you should get Demetrious Johnson next?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer for me. I always still want to beat up Demetrious Johnson. Like, I thought I won the first time, and I believe that this next time that we come around, that the outcome's going to be way different.
But the champ and Coach Hume disagree.
You can see every time DJ has had a rematch, he's done much better in the rematch.
You ready to fight? Bring it up.
Against Ian McCall, it was a close fight the first time, and then the next time, it was a dominant performance by DJ.
The speed of this kid is just ridiculous. Huge right hand for Demetrious Johnson. McCall goes down. Demetrious Johnson in control here.
Against Benavidez, it went from a 5-round decision, and then it went to a KO in the first round. You're going to see no less when he rematches John Dodson.
Nobody in the 125 division, I think, hits as hard as John Dodson. There's no doubt about it. He's got the power. I hope Demetrious tries to stand with him. How cool would that be?
I'm coming out with the big guns, and he's going to try to do something a little bit fancy with his feet. It's called running. And I'm going to chase that man down, and I'm going to knock him out.
He is hurt in this round, Joe. And that one really hurt him, Mike.
Dude, I give you 110% credit for dropping me. Absolutely. Props to you, bro. But let's not forget about the time when you were like this, and I had your head pushed up against the cage and give me the uppercuts from hell.
That one hurt him. That one hurt him. This might be it. This is a big championship performance in this 5th round.
It is. When the fight was over, I was still ready to go more to where you were. He might be able to have that gas tank, but if you can't hit somebody hard enough to knock them out, what's the point? Demetrious Johnson can think that he can push the pressure and push the pace and do whatever. All I know is that he's going to walk into my fist and he's going to hit the ground.
UFC 191's co-main event features 2 heavyweights who have forever left their mark in mixed martial arts history. Frank Mir was UFC heavyweight champion in 2004 and 2008. Andrei Arlovski held that title in 2005. A decade later, Mir and Arlovski are both enjoying a career resurgence.
Frank Mir does it again!
They have their sights set on reaching the peak of the mountain one last time.
To come back and be able to win the title for a 3rd time would be immense.
It's one of my strongest wishes to be a champion again. I will do everything possible to beat everyone who's going to be on my way to get that UFC belt.
Ahead of UFC 191, Andrei Arlovski gears up at a familiar place, Jackson Winklejohn MMA in Albuquerque. The team, which includes nearly 100 fighters, recently moved into a brand new location. 2 full-size cages are nestled in a 30,000 square foot facility, more than 3 times larger than the old gym.
We're excited about the new facility. You know, Greg and I have been in like the worst part of Albuquerque for a while. And now we just got a much bigger, more professional, safer environment for the fighters. It's downtown. It's still a closed-door facility. It's not for the average public. It's only basically for pros or fighters at a high level that have some great credentials that they're allowed to come here.
The team is certainly home to some of the best in the world, and look no further than the main card of UFC 191 for evidence of that fact. Flyweight title challenger John Dodson and number 4 ranked heavyweight Andrei Arlovski are among the stable of fighters. Despite a dramatic difference in weight, the two have a close relationship.
Man, it's awesome to have my angry giant sitting there on the car with me. I mean, he's co-main event, I get to meet main event. We're just gonna run the show and just demolish everybody.
The team's confidence is well-founded, as Andrei Arlovski is in the midst of a 5-fight win streak, which is a rarity in the heavyweight division.
And here we go. Oh! Arlovski caught him with a good left hand there.
Oh! Bigfoot goes down. Early knockdown for Arlovski. Silver's out. A huge upset here tonight in Brasilia.
In May, Arlovski would face a peculiar obstacle, Travis Brown, a friend and former training partner, but actually be an opponent for one night.
We trained together. Actually, he let me stay at his house before a fight against Brandon Sharp.
Yeah, you never know how those fights are going to go for sure. You know, is there going to be reservations between the guys?
But on the referee's cue, Arlovski and Brown put their friendship on hold, albeit briefly.
Fight on. Good friends. They call each other brothers. They're going to battle in the octagon. Oh, Arlovski caught him. Arlovski pushing forward. Brown's in trouble. Oh, rocked him again. Travis is in big trouble. Oh, my goodness. Big shot from Travis. Arlovski back up. Wow. What a fight. Travis is so wobbly he can barely stand up. Andrei with the uppercut. Again. It's there. Unbelievable. Andrei Arlovski with the win.
Now I get Frank Mir, and I'm very excited about that fight. I just still have that fire in my eyes, you know, I'm just ready to go.
Half step back.
Oh, very good.
The fight between Mir and Arlovski has been a long time coming. In 2004, Frank Mir won the UFC heavyweight title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new heavyweight champion of the UFC, Frank Mir.
Andrei Arlovski was on a 3-fight win streak, and it looked like the two would face off for the belt.
I just won the title, and he was the #1 contender, and he was a very fierce guy in there. I had scheduled to fight him.
But before the fight, the 25-year-old Mir was hit by a car while riding his motorcycle and suffered serious injuries.
A person misjudged their light and ran through it and caught me, T-boned me on the side, broke my femur in half, and a couple of the physicians I had seen at the time told me that I should be more worried if I could walk correctly, not so much if I'm going to fight at a high level anymore.
With Mir's return in question, the UFC introduced an interim belt.
Oh, big right hand. Arlovski trying to come in strong. Looking for the finish.
And Andrei Arlovski would walk away the champion.
Frank Mir was unable to defend the title. Would you like to face him now?
Of course, I want to fight against Frank Mir.
Rumors of a title unification bout between the two circulated. But because of Mir's prolonged absence, the fight never materialized. Since that time, the two have fought a combined 40 pro bouts. And now, finally, they will meet inside the octagon.
The fight is a great fight. I think Andrei is back on the upswing. He's highly ranked. He's ranked above me. A win over Andrei definitely gains a lot of momentum. After that, you know, fighting one more guy who's ranked in the top 3 at that point would really put a stamp and finalize it that I can get the next title shot.
As he enters his 26th UFC fight. Frank Mir is probably most well known for his incredible submission game. He is unyielding on the ground and has proven to be a handful for anyone in the division.
Unbelievable! Trying to finish it! He's got him out! It is all over! It is all over! Unbelievable! Frank Mir!
But in February, Mir wanted to showcase some of his improved boxing skills. And Antonio Bigfoot Silva would be his first victim.
So when the fight started off, I started trying to establish a jab and head movement and bouncing around and feeling him out.
And that really has been the big focus of training camp for Frank Mir, getting back to basics and back to boxing with his new coach, Angelo Reyes.
As soon as I saw that he was biting on the jab and it was dropping his right hand, I knew I could come over the top of the hook.
That inside left kick. Oh! Down goes Bigfoot. Big left hand by Frank Mir. Following up with the ground and pound, and that'll do it. Frank Mir is back.
The win landed Mir a main event against Todd Duffy, an explosive heavyweight with knockout power of his own. Mir didn't think it would be wise to sit back.
We knew that he would be very intense and very powerful for the first 3 minutes.
Oh, another big left hand from Mir. Duffy keeps running into that left hand. Duffy gets hurt. Rock'em sock'em robots here. Oh my goodness.
We felt that the answer was to come at him and jam his punches.
Big jab there from Duffy, and Frank Mir is hurt now. Oh! Down goes Duffy, out cold. Frank Mir does it again. Once again with a first round stoppage.
Frank Mir is enjoying impressive back-to-back wins, and he's doing so with some new tricks.
Actually, now it's a dual threat. I think, you know, I've had 2 fights in a row now showcasing what I've improved on in the boxing. This definitely has to be a threat that my opponents are always going to have to look for.
And looking ahead, Mir believes that it's anyone's game in the heavyweight division.
Well, I think everybody right now in the top 10 in the UFC is capable of beating any of the other guys. I don't think we have a clear-cut, untouchable individual. Everybody's really in the conversation, and everybody has to be taken seriously.
Maximus!
UFC fans may know Andrei Arlovski as the Pitbull. An intimidating moniker, yes. But the relationship between Andrei and his dog Maximus shows a different side.
You know, it's funny because some people make fun of me when I posted some pictures on Facebook about dogs. Hands up. Bam bam. Roll. Good boy. But it's really my passion because Maximus, I had him from 8 weeks old, and he was with me like pretty much all the time.
He's like truly my fan and a member of my family.
In. Good boy.
'Cause I'm a dirty dog.
All right, Andrei, squat and row, okay? So squat and row, pull all the way through. 10 yards, fast push back. Andrei's doing a lot of strength work. Frank Mir is a strong opponent, so we want his legs to be primed for that. We also want him to be able to go the 3 rounds and feel good the entire time, so today's more of a cardio conditioning focus. Sit in, explode up as high as you can, 10 times.
He's not a joke, he's a tough fighter, and I just have to be ready for 15 minutes work.
Just slowly working your way forward. Be explosive out. Andrei's put in the time, he's put in the work. Right there, Andrei, good, perfect, right there. Certainly as a strength coach, I can appreciate what he's gone through to have this resurgence. Go, Andrei, keep those feet moving, back it up. Nope. He earns it with 6 a.m. workouts. He earns it by running hills, running the dunes. So I'm proud of him, definitely.
I like to fight for Andrei. You know, Andrei is just a little faster to punches, a little stronger in the clinch. He's exciting, he comes forward, he hits as hard as anybody in the division. And now he's fighting that way, he's scary, he's a force to be reckoned with, there's no doubt about it.
Arlovski actually owns a win over current UFC champ Fabricio Verdun, and Coach Wink is into the idea of a rematch.
Arlovski, he got hurt there.
Heck yeah, you know, him and Verdun are fighting again for the belt, that's it. And that's the goal, is the belt for Andrei.
South Florida's prestigious MMA training camp, the Black Zillions, is home to #1 light heavyweight contender Anthony Johnson.
He looks like a killer in there tonight.
And his claim for that label could not be more justified.
Oh my goodness! That's it! It is all over!
His bone-shattering knockout power is some of the best in the sport.
Anthony Johnson is a terrifying force at light heavyweight.
And he owns a win over previous #1 contender, Alexander Gustafsson.
Gustafsson trying to take down Gustafsson. He's not. Rumble trying to finish Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh, that's all over!
Anthony Rumble Johnson.
In May, Johnson was riding a 9-fight win streak and was scheduled to fight John Jones for the UFC light heavyweight title. But plans changed 3 weeks prior.
We have suspended him indefinitely, but you know what they say, the show goes on.
Anthony Johnson would fight Daniel Cormier, not John Jones, for the UFC belt.
The two best guys left in the division. Anthony Johnson's shown that he's a knockout artist. I think it's going to be a war.
I was so amped up on fighting John Jones, getting ready for a guy that's 6'4", and mentally I'm focused on what I need to do to beat this guy, you know, and I had to switch everything around to fighting Daniel Cormier.
First time since 2011, a man other than John Jones will be called champion at 205.
DC is very well known. He's a really good fighter. He has a lot of experience, fought a lot of heavy hitters.
Let's get it on. Here we go.
But I still believe there aren't many people that can hit hard as I hit.
Oh! Rocked. Rumble with big power early. Looking to finish him right here, right now.
Usually when I hit somebody and they drop,
boom! That's a big shot.
They're usually out for the count, but Daniel took it like a champ. He took it better than anybody I've ever given it to.
Oh, head kick from really close. Wow. And return. Rumble again looking forward. Wow. And again, Rumble teeing off with that kick. Overhand right again.
And another hard shot to the body, but DC gets the clinch.
Trying to catch him and put him on his back.
Later on in round number 2 and in the third round, DC got the better of him.
Cormier's Olympic-level wrestling pedigree showed. And in the end, his pressure proved to be too much for Johnson.
Daniel Cormier is the new UFC light heavyweight champion!
I was pushed down to the bottom, and I worked my way up to the top. I want you all to know that no matter what comes your way in life, you should never give up.
We'll be back, you know, we learn from this stuff. Fighting at that level, you can lose to somebody who's better that evening, and DC was better.
12 off, 8 on, we're hopping off.
That put more fire in me to push even harder.
Time good. All right, grab the ropes, get ready, and go. Nice quick hands. He contacted me a week after the DC fight, and he's like, let's get back to it. Little over a minute to go. Come on, come on. Good power.
I don't know how many wins I am away from fighting for the title.
Good. Last set of the day on the ropes, 5 seconds all out.
But I'm trying to be like Robbie Lawler. Fight as many times as I can until I get my title shot again.
Quick hands here, let's go. Push it, push it, push it, push it. He's hungrier than ever for this. I'm glad we got a quick turnaround and we get to go right back to the scene of the crime, the MGM, and get a better result this time.
Rumble, he fights just like me. He's a knockout specialist. He's got very heavy hands, very heavy kicks. And he's very aggressive, just like me.
Right, roll, right, left hook. That's what I want.
I'm fighting the #1 contender. I'm going to grab it with both hands and go in full steam ahead. We're going to meet in the middle, and see what's happening.
Number 7 ranked light heavyweight Jimi Manuwa is nothing but confidence now. But that wasn't always the case. 6 years ago, the UFC offered him a contract, and surprisingly, he turned them down.
Good shot, one more. Great, that's a shot.
I think I was like 7-0 or something like that, and I'd only been training like 3 years, so I was like, no way, I'm not going to the UFC. I saw a lot of British fighters getting 1 fight or 2 fights and then get spat back out because they lost. With my stoppage record, my knockout record, I knew that they'd want me. You know, it was just a matter of time and getting the right experience.
Oh, and there's that left hook. That is such a devastating nightmare of a shot.
The gamble certainly paid off. On the local scene, Manuwa was able to dominate the ranks and win and defend the lightweight heavyweight title 5 times.
Now, Jimi Manuwa!
The UFC called again, and this time he accepted.
I was ready to take on the world.
Just a lot of hype around this guy, so I'm looking forward to seeing his debut.
Manuwa debuted in 2012 and immediately showed his crushing power.
Huge knee from Manuwa, landed flush! Kingsbury trying to open that eye.
In fact, his first 3 opponents had to quit on the doctor's advice.
Oh, hard kick to the body by Manuwa. You see Jimmo wincing there in pain.
Oh!
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And how about that?
His leg gave out on him, and he went down.
Built like a superhero, and with a record of absolute striking destruction, he is a very exciting fighter to watch. Jimi, poster boy Manuwa!
Manuwa now has 4 wins in the organization. He's 15-1 overall, and believes he can beat Rumble at his own game.
Go, go, go. Last time, go.
I believe I've got better striking than him. He's a little bit rigid. I think I use more power and technique.
If we can hit him, we'll knock him out like everybody else. If we catch him clean, we'll knock him out.
Go, hook knee, go.
It's going to be a great stand-up war. And, mate, I'm not backing down like any of his last fighters. Like, I'm not giving him no space.
Anthony Johnson is the number 1 contender in the UFC's light heavyweight division. And it's no secret that he has the ability to starch any fighter on the feet. But the title fight with Daniel Cormier made him realize the final piece he needs to win a championship. At Johnson's request, the Black Zillions have recently brought in grappling coach Neil Melanson.
This is where you're not going to take any damage. Because when your head starts to get low, that's what makes me nervous. This guy starts doing, he saw Travis.
Who has worked with a wealth of UFC fighters and was most recently with Alliance MMA in San Diego.
Me being here, I'm a big heavyweight that can push him, I can grind with him. Just use your shoulder. So punch, boom. He gets to feel my body weight, and that's going to get him ready for those tough fights. Down, bam, pick up, boom. Nice and light, right?
Neil is that missing piece that I've been missing for a long time. I needed that fine line between make it or break it with wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
I really am impressed by him, and I just see his true potential.
Oh, I think when I put all the pieces together, everybody's in trouble.
For Anthony Johnson's camp, this fight is about getting back in the win column, and doing so impressively.
It will be a good fight, technical, and I think it will be a stand-up match. 1, 2, step back, boom, left knee, step back, right, left. Step. We're going to see a domination from AJ from the first minute, domination. 1, 2, uppercut, boom, knee. Now you step back.
I always look to finish a fight, no matter how. Kick, punch. Hell, I'm working on my submissions right now.
But finishes aside, Rumble knows that he is the toughest test of Jimi Manuwa's career and would like to welcome him to the elite at 205.
I want to let him know that, hey, fighting at this level is not a joke, it's not a game. So if he wants to fight me, then fine. I'll let him know what it feels like.
I was born in Sacramento, California. I moved to Nigeria when I was 2 years old. Then I came to London when I was 10, and I've been here ever since.
What's this strike, baby?
Just in general, I'm proper like family orientated. I love my kids. They're on their holidays at the moment, so I'm just trying to spend as much time with them.
Am I in the league?
Little Havana said to me, oh, if you beat this man, we fight for the title, and so I think they're catching on a little bit.
I feel my daughter just beat me. I feel I still got one more go though.
They're interested in who I'm fighting and want to see the picture and say, oh, he doesn't look strong and stuff like that. You look stronger. They love it. They love supporting their dad, and you know, it's just a great thing, family. We did some strength and conditioning this morning with Richard.
Scoop the hips underneath, nice and tight with the posture line, over the top. Don't go too far on the first few, it's nice and easy, that's it. When he came to me, he was basically kind of from a bodybuilding background. Very powerful guy, but you know, his mobility and flexibility has needed a lot of work, so that's what we've worked on. High elbow, lift the hip back. That's one. Good, mate. Great control through the midline, right. Stay tight now. And his performance is, you know, through the roof over the last 3 years, really. Jimmy's looking for a knockout, so we're working that power and being able to keep delivering that power, so being as aggressive as we can. Come on, everything, everything. 3, 2, 1, go. Good tempo, keep it there, I need it in the 80s.
Fans can expect 2 trains colliding in the middle of that ring.
Suck it up. Versa climber must be back in the 80s. You dropped to 77.
We're going to be throwing bombs and using all our firepower.
Hustle! Come on! Time, well done. 82. Good stuff. We hit the sled. Big finish, Jim. Big finish.
At UFC 191 in Las Vegas, top light heavyweights will vie for ever-important positioning in the division.
That's a shot.
Legends will take part in the fight that was supposed to be, but never was.
One. Keep those feet moving, back it up.
And the flyweight elite will throw down one more time. In the match between technique and power, only one will prevail.
That's the best fighter on the planet Earth right there.